He hits jewels, cash, and high-value items.
Retreat!
This only ends with the sand soaked in his blood or mine.
This is a war for the fate of your world.
Finish him!
Me. Welcome back to Movie Pulse, movie lovers. If you're a fan of explosive action, high-stakes missions, and adrenaline-pumping stories, then you're definitely in the right place. 2026 is already delivering some incredible action films, packed with intense battles, fearless heroes, and twists that will keep you glued to the screen from start to finish. So, grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's start the countdown. At number 10, Normal.
Normal is quiet, peaceful, predictable. Until it isn't.
Why are they shooting at you?
If you've watched Nobody, you know how intense Bob Odenkirk can be. In Normal, he stars as Ulysses, a man whose quiet, ordinary life suddenly unravels. Ulysses has always kept to himself, living a life where it feels like he has nobody. But when unexpected danger shows up, he's forced to confront enemies who push him to his limits. Every decision matters, every move could be his last, and the line between survival and disaster blurs. With tense confrontations, bursts of action, and a story that keeps you guessing, Normal proves that even the most ordinary person can harbor extraordinary strength. If you thought that intensity was enough, the next movie on our list takes the stakes even higher. At number 9, The Bluff.
You think I would just let you slip away?
Come to my house! Threaten my family!
Starring Priyanka Chopra Jonas, this action-packed story drops us into the dangerous world of the Caribbean during the 19th century. Priyanka plays a fierce woman with a mysterious past, someone who has spent years trying to outrun the life she once lived. But when old enemies return and threaten the one thing she cares about most, her family, hiding is no longer an option. Forced to confront pirates, betrayal, and brutal survival on the open sea, she must rely on her instincts, courage, and the skills she tried to leave behind. What makes The Bluff exciting isn't just the action, it's watching a woman fight against a past that refuses to stay buried. But if you think that story is intense, the next movie on our list takes the action to another level. At number 8, Storm Rider.
Boy, the world's brutal. The Founder's safety comes with a price. A death race. You win, your people are granted entry. But lose.
This film throws us straight into a world where survival depends on speed, courage, and the ability to stay calm when everything around you is falling apart. The story follows a fearless rider who finds himself caught in a dangerous mission that quickly spirals out of control. What begins as a simple journey soon turns into a fight against powerful enemies, brutal conditions, and a storm that refuses to slow down. As the pressure builds, every decision becomes a risk. Trust is fragile, alliances shift, and one wrong move could mean the end. Through intense chases and high-stakes confrontations, the rider must push beyond his limits to survive the chaos around him. With adrenaline-filled action and constant tension, Storm Rider keeps the momentum moving from start to finish. But if you think the action peaks here, the next movie on this list raises the stakes even higher. At number 7, Mortal Kombat.
Whoa! I really don't feel comfortable hitting a girl.
Don't worry. You won't.
Yo! Send me back. I want to go back.
This is a war for the fate of your world.
Finish him!
Me. The brutal tournament returns, and this time the stakes are even higher. Earthrealm's fighters are pushed back into the deadly competition where every battle could decide the fate of the world. New warriors step into the arena, including the fan-favorite fighter Johnny Cage, whose confidence and sharp attitude bring a whole new energy to the team. Alongside returning champions like Liu Kang and Sub-Zero, the fighters must prepare for even deadlier enemies. But this isn't just about flashy fights. As alliances shift and rivalries grow, each character is forced to prove why they deserve to survive the tournament. Packed with brutal combat, iconic characters, and the legendary battles fans have been waiting for, Mortal Kombat 2 raises the intensity far beyond the first film. But if you think the action stops there, the next movie on our list brings an even darker mission. At number 6, The Protector.
To find Chloe before it's too late.
You have no idea what you're dealing with, or what she's capable of.
That woman has killed 13 people.
13 human traffickers.
Who is she?
A mother looking for a child that was abducted.
I want this woman found, and I want her dead.
Intense action thriller centers on Nikki, a former Special Forces operative who thought she had left her violent past behind. All she wanted was a quiet life, raising her daughter Chloe far away from the chaos she once lived in. But everything shatters when Chloe suddenly disappears. What begins as a desperate search quickly turns into something far darker when Nikki uncovers a brutal human trafficking network responsible for taking her child. The people behind it believe they're untouchable, but they've made one fatal mistake. They chose the wrong mother. Using the skills she once tried to forget, Nikki begins tracking down everyone involved. One by one, the traffickers who thought they controlled everything start to fall, and the deeper she goes, the more dangerous the mission becomes. Because Nikki isn't just searching for answers anymore. She's coming for everyone who stands between her and her daughter. But the next movie on our list raises the scale of action even higher. At number 5, Apex.
But this is completely different. You think you can handle it?
You guessed right.
Run for your life.
This one drops us into a deadly survival game, but with a twist. The hunters suddenly become the hunted. At the center is Hunter Kane, a strategist whose calm demeanor hides a relentless drive to stay alive. As the stakes rise, he's forced to outthink, outfight, and outlast everyone around him, because in this game, only one can walk away. With intense action, sudden twists, and a test of loyalty that keeps viewers on edge, Apex is more than just a survival story. It's a thrilling exploration of who people really are when the odds are stacked against them. The next movie on our list turns up the suspense even higher. At number 4, Street Fighter.
You need to face those enemies and take them down once and for all.
To accomplish that as one.
Insert crazy action montage.
This one throws us into a city ruled by crime, where only the toughest survive. At the center is Ryu Tanaka, a street fighter with a past he can't escape. When rival gangs clash and innocent lives are at stake, Ryu is forced to step up, not just for himself, but to protect those who can't defend themselves. With brutal fights, high-stakes showdowns, and alliances that can shift in an instant, Street Fighters is all about strength, skill, and the choices that define who survives. And things are about to get even more intense. Next up, at number 3, War Machine.
What the hell is that?
This high-stakes sci-fi action film drops us into the final stage of U.S. Army Ranger selection, where a team of elite soldiers is put through their toughest test yet, only to have training turn into a desperate fight for survival. Leading the group is 81, a hardened combat engineer played by Alan Ritchson, who seems calm and steady until everything goes wrong. What was supposed to be a controlled exercise becomes a nightmare when an unknown, otherworldly killing machine appears. With communications down and no backup in sight, 81 must guide his squad through relentless danger. Every moment becomes a battle. Packed with intense action, tight squad dynamics, and a relentless enemy that refuses to quit, War Machine turns a routine test into a fight no one expected. And now the tension shifts from war zones to twisted emotions. At number 2, 1 Mile.
Been in much worse spots than this. And that's when I wasn't trying to protect the person I love most in this world. We are going to get through this. These guys don't know it yet, but they messed with the wrong dad.
That's enough.
This intense action thriller follows Danny, a former Special Forces soldier played by Ryan Phillippe. Hoping to reconnect with his teenage daughter Alex, he takes her on a college road trip, trying to rebuild the bond they lost over the years. But their trip takes a dark turn when they cross paths with a violent, off-grid community hidden deep in the woods. Before Danny can stop them, his daughter is kidnapped. Now alone, outnumbered, and cut off from help, Danny must use every combat skill from his past to track them down and bring his daughter home. What follows is a brutal fight for survival, proving that when you mess with the wrong father, there's no limit to how far he'll go to save his child. And now, we've reached number 1, Crime 101.
I wouldn't die for an insurance company. Get in. There's water in the trunk.
He hits jewels, cash, and high-value items. He knows exactly what to transport and when. There's no DNA. He's in and out in seconds.
Your guy's untraceable.
This gripping crime thriller takes us into the world of high-level jewel thefts happening along the Pacific coast. The robberies follow one strict rule, known among criminals as Crime 101, a code that only the most disciplined thieves can follow. At the center of it all is Davis, a master thief played by Chris Hemsworth, who plans every job with precision and never breaks the rules of the game. But on his trail is a determined detective played by Mark Ruffalo, who slowly begins to notice the pattern behind the robberies. As the investigation tightens, the chase turns into a tense battle of intelligence, strategy, and patience. With a powerful cast including Halle Berry and Barry Keoghan, Crime 101 blends suspense, crime, and high-stakes action into one thrilling story. And that brings us to the end of our countdown of 10 action movies you need to watch. Which of these movies are you most excited for? Let us know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Movie Plus, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next movie recommendation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
My dad always said you gotta break a few eggs.
I see you again in a day.